Welcome back, guys, to another video. I told you we are not stopping today. And today, there's a lot of talk about, you got football YouTubers, you got your normal YouTubers, you got your beauty YouTubers. Yeah, okay, look, we could go on and on. But the whole point is there's lots of different types of YouTubers. But there was a real phase where everyone just uploaded football videos. So we really got to see what YouTubers were actually good at football, ones that thought they were good at football, and ones that thought they were good and were terrible, and then just the straight trash ones. So we've got legendary, we've got very good, we've got average, we've got trash, and we've got stick with FIFA. I think we need to change trash, not very good. That seems good. And then stick with FIFA is the bottom one. Yeah, okay, we could say stick with FIFA, whatever. So let's go. First one up here is AJIII. Do you know what? I actually feel like he might be one of the only guys here that I have not seen play football, and I know that's bad. I know that he plays a lot of FIFA though, so I feel like it might be a stick with FIFA job, but that's not because I don't know his football ability. That's just purely because I know he plays a lot of FIFA. It would only make sense that he sticks with what he knows. All right, next up, we've got Theo Baker. This man has unbelievable goal at Wembley.
Well, Danny, I've got to say, you've tried to chip Peter Schmeichel 3 times. Don't try it again.
It seemed like he was going for a cross from that one, but I would like to have seen him just have a blast. He's a good shot.
Oh, I like this.
It is Theo Baker. He's gone round the lot of them.
So, that speaks for itself. He has performed very well in a lot of big occasions. But there is one obvious downside to Theo Baker, and that is the fact that this guy is made out of glass. You could honestly blow on him, not blow him, but blow on him, and he would pick up some sort of injury. But you cannot deny this guy has to go in legendary. He has to go in legendary. On the big stages, he brings in the big performances. If you're playing a charity match, you want Theo Baker on your side. I would argue that when fully fit, let's keep going and let's see, right? We got Bateson. Part of me wants to put Bateson in the legendary, but then the reality is it might be a stick with FIFA. Either end here. I think I am going to stick with FIFA, but understand that there maybe should be a fourth category here that says a legend who should stick with FIFA, because I feel like that's where Bateson fits in. Next up, Ethan. Okay, so if I had done this tier list when we were doing like the charity football matches, then I would honestly say Ethan was probably in the not very good section. But with his weight loss, with him becoming just a better athlete, if you will, now I would say he is in the average category. I think if he's on the team sheet, I'm not disappointed. He's got good cardio. Next up, True Geordie. I feel like I've only ever watched him play once, and he didn't get much game time. He usually commentate in these things, so that's the issue here, is this guy is an elite commentator. But when it comes to actually playing football, I don't think True Geordie's that good. But maybe in the right team, you stick him up as a number 9, playing it off of people, he's probably pretty good. Here we go. Next up, we got Chris MD. Chris MD is a set piece merchant, okay? He is very good at football. Is he a legend? Has he done it on the mega stages? Now, I'm flashing back. I'm seeing a vision. We're 1-0 up against the Sidemen, and he goes and scores the second goal, which just secured us the win in a very tight match. So if it wasn't for that one moment, then he would be going in very good. But the memory I have of Chris MD, and the only standout memory I have of Chris, is a legendary moment, which is him scoring that late goal to secure us the win against Sidemen FC. So I am going to put him in legendary, and I'll organize all of them individually later. All right, next up we got the F2. Truth be told, probably the best footballers there. A lot of controversy around them. Would you want to have him on your team? Personal preference. But in terms of their actual footballing ability, I would say they are pretty legendary. They are very good at football. You can't deny that. After that, we've got this, but I mean, they've finessed me here really with this picture. I would have liked to have seen, them pick a slightly better picture. This was back when I was built like a twig. Not that too much has changed. If there was an in-between average and not very good, I think I would sit in that. But I feel like my IQ takes me to an average player. My technical ability is up for debate, should we say. I feel bad. I feel like I should know who this is. The thing is, I know someone is going to say who that is, and I will know who that is. I'm going to leave this person here because I feel a little bit disrespectful here, but I do apologize. Okay, Gib, my friend, I think it's safe to say your calling is well and truly boxing. That's where your passion lies, but I have to admit, I was going to put you in stick with FIFA, but recently I saw he came on. He was a last-minute stand-in for AJIII. He couldn't make it for whatever reason, and he pulled off this little skill in the Clash of Creators charity match. So after seeing that, I think it's only fair that I put him in the not very good section, but not quite the bottom tier. Next up, we've got JMX. When he played in that Sidemen charity match, this guy was absolutely rock solid, phenomenal. But I recently saw him in the Clash of Creators charity match. That's the latest thing that we can go off. I would put him in the not very good section, but I heard rumors that he hadn't even slept. So I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, and we're going to put him here in the average section, okay? Physically, he's a unit. We've got that. Next up, we've got Zerka. What are we going to do with that? Okay, I think he has his moments. He has his moments. I'm going to put him in the not very good because he does have his moments, but that's all I've got to say. Right, next up, I don't really know who that... I know who that is. I know who that man is. Okay, look, AJIII, right? When he's in like prime boxing condition, he's an average player. I do believe that. Seriously, you put him in midfield. I've seen him play, right? And when his fitness is on point, he is genuinely like a defender. He's like a Kante. The way he just flies around the midfield and he just barges into people and he does a good job of breaking up the play. So that's why I'm going to put him in average. But let me tell you, if this man turns up even just a little bit out of fitness, you might as well stick him here because he can be absolute dog water. But for the sake of this, I'm going to put him in at average, all right? Next up, we got Lux, right? Okay. All I need to do, it has to go here because the goalkeeper performance in the Sidemen charity match still to this day haunts me. I get shivers when I think about it. Simon lobbing him from the halfway line. So you're going to have to stick with FIFA. And even the sad thing is, like, Calix is also awful at FIFA as well. Right, Manny. Big baller. We're talking YouTube here. I know he's got his UTR stuff, but I'm really trying to think on YouTube performances. He's played in quite a few charity matches, but has he really stood out and been levels above? And I don't really have a super memorable moment, and that's not a dig at Manny because it's safe to say that he very well could be as good if not better than both of these players up here, but in terms of memorable moments, none spring to mind. Here we go. Simon Minter. Simon Minter for me goes into the legendary category, and the reason for that is the performance he put on in the 7-2 victory, the one where he done Lux in anyways, was truly magnificent. But is he as good as Theo and Chris? I'm not sure, but at the same time he does have a legendary moment. Oh, this is tough. I think I'm going to put him at the front of very good. This is where he's going to sit. He's going to sit at the front of very good with the potential to be loaned out to the legendary status. I think that seems fair. Next up, Charlie Morley. Very good baller. Fantastic. He actually played in goal as well. But for me, again, there's not too many big highlight moments that I can remember. I'm going to put him in here. I'm going to put him in very good. The thing is, like, you know, he has played at a higher level. YouTube football-wise, nothing really stands out too much. Next up, Nep. I love Nep, a legend, an OG, someone I respect very highly. I think it could be here. I think it's here. It's not quite there. It's here, you know? I think that's where he belongs. We've got Spencer FC now. For me, Spencer just knows what he's doing. He's kind of like me in the sense that technically, IQ-wise, football IQ, Spencer knows what he's doing on the pitch. Especially if you're playing in defense and you have someone like Spencer, you feel a lot more assured. For me, I'm putting Spencer at the back of very good. That's where I think he belongs. We have got Toby next. Now, for me, Toby, I think he goes here. I think he goes here into very good. The thing is, am I just forgetting? My memory's so shit. Am I just forgetting that, like, Toby has absolutely rinsed and scored, like, worldy goals at any of these YouTube events? Feel like top of very good suits Toby, to be honest with you. Right, Thogden. I'll be honest, I've only ever seen him play once. He did score, so you can't take that away from him. He knows his football. It's safe to say this is probably one of the most knowledgeable and also one of the most enjoyable. If you don't actually know who he is, I'd recommend checking him out. But I've only ever seen him once, so I'm going to put him in average, and I'm going to stick him here. He did score, but that's all I really saw from him. Harry, I think average for this guy. I mean, but the thing is, yeah, what's funny about Harold, you know what, I'm going to stick him here. And the reason why is for some reason, I play football with him like normally, and he is good. Like, you don't mind having him in your team, but he just seems to be a level up when he plays on a stage. For me, he's going to be top of average, actually. If he's in your defense, I'm willing to say that I know he's going to put 100% effort in, and he does quite like to 2-foot someone. Will any, I'll be perfectly honest with you, fella, it's not looking great, and I was going to stick you down here and stick with FIFA, but I have that rice gum moment etched into my mind, and for that reason, you're going to the top of not very good. That is just an iconic moment in YouTube, and you don't deserve to be in stick with FIFA. You can kick a ball. Next up, we got Hugh Wizzy. Hugh Wizzy, for me, I'm going to put him here. I'm going to put him at the top of stick with FIFA. And the reason why I'm putting him there, Hugh Wizzy as a goalkeeper was very hit or miss, it's safe to say. Sometimes he would pull off the most amazing save and you were there like, holy crap, how is this guy not playing professional ball? But then there would be another one that went straight at him and it would just go between his legs, and that was that, really. So it was very hit or miss. Actually, let me change that. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put not very good, because I think stick with FIFA is just too much of a violation for Hugh. Poor bloke here. Let me go and find out who this is right now. His name, oh, it's I feel really bad. This guy actually has edited one of my videos. I'm gonna have to stick you here, but it's only because I can't find a video of you, but you can't be worse than luck, so I'll stick you here. One sec. There. So there we have it, guys. Now, I would like to put an honorable mention to 2 people here who didn't feature, but anyways, that would be Chunks. Chunks would make it into the very good, but recently anyways, he scores worldy goals and he's just fun to watch. And then next to him as well, Sharky to be there, because I feel like Sharky has also become a bit of like a Yaya Toure-esque player. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of beef, particularly around here. And to be honest, all 3 of these guys I feel like could be interchanged. With that being said, guys, I hope you did all enjoy this video. And if you did, let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all had a fantastic day, and I will see you guys on the next video. Laters.